I'm Coach Miller, and welcome to All Marine Fighter. Boy, that Regis Prograis versus Zorrilla fight on Saturday was, I gotta tell you, Prograis got away with one. Now, don't get me wrong, that fight was rather close, and it was mainly close because there wasn't much going on, unfortunately. Arguably, Prograis wound up getting knocked down in the first round, but it wouldn't be counted as a knockdown. Had that knockdown occurred, the entirety of the fight would have changed, and Zorrilla would have won. Zorrilla was a last-minute replacement, and he decided to play the outside boxer's role against a puncher in Prograis, which was a very effective strategy for him. But the only problem was he not only was he very awkward with his legs and his movement, but boy, his chin was way up in the air. Had Prograis done what he was supposed to do as a puncher and cut the ring off and just thrown a lot more punches, that fight could have ended up with Zorrilla getting knocked cold out. Because in round 3, Zorrilla had already gotten knocked down pretty good. I think part of that knockdown came from him being off balance too, but he got rocked a couple different times and still stayed away as a boxer, just backing up, fighting from off his back foot, which I guess is fine in a way, and it worked out very well for him. More punches had to have been thrown for him to get the final nod. Now, Regis Prograis is the WBC champion. He almost lost his belts. All because he didn't throw punches, throw combinations. He let Zorrilla dance all around him, and Prograis didn't cut him off. And it astounds me because his coaches are telling him, hey, you got to cut him off. You got to cut the ring off. You got to throw more punches. And he didn't follow up. So I like Prograis. Prograis a good fighter, and I think he has a lot of potential. But he got away with one because arguably it could have been ruled in Zorrilla's way. And Zorrilla could have snatched that belt right from off him. The look on Zorrilla's face when they announced Prograis as the winner was hilarious. It's one of those things you just have to see. And the camera was up in his face, and it must have been like 10 seconds in front of his face, and his look was insane. So I don't want to ruin it for you. You got to look at it. There was also one thing that Regis Prograis had done that really scored big for Zorrilla, and that he would have his hands up coming in to Zorrilla when he would come in, but then he would allow Zorrilla to sit on the outside, and Prograis would have his lead hand down. I call it the young boxer's curse, with having the lead hand down. Now, it's not like some sort of modified, Philly shell, because I absolutely hate the Philly shell. It's terrible. If you're not Floyd Mayweather, so stop it, right? But Prograis, when he would get close, he'd have his hands up, but he would allow Zorrilla to just catch him with these snap jabs and score points that just shouldn't have been scored on Prograis. And so why allow your face to keep getting tagged up, especially in a close fight? Get your stinking hands up. You know what I'm saying? Get your hands up. The fight wouldn't have been as close had he just had his hands up just by itself. That would have made a huge difference. I'm anxious to see where Regis Prograis goes from here. He's a good fighter. He's got a good head on his shoulders, great attitude. He's a family man too. I like him as a fighter and as a person. And so it'd be interesting to see what fighter he takes on next, because in this fight, he kind of looked weak in a sense, like an easy pickings target, if that makes any sense. So maybe some other fighters will be like, oh, I can take him, and then they're going to get rocked, because I think Prograis learns from this and then ends up dropping these guys. So we'll see what happens. So somebody might actually see him as an easy pickings and end up getting knocked out. So we'll see what happens. If you like this video, go ahead and click that like button, and be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Go ahead, click the button. Anyways, until next time, stay motivated.